Today, I'm gonna telling you how to program pause or pause function in KUKA Robot. Typically, in robot such as ABB, FNAC, Yaskawa, and other robot, they have pause port, hardware pause port for programmer or commissioner to pause robot movement, which means you can simply wiring this pause port so that you can trigger this port and disable robot movement. But unlike these robots, KUKA Robot doesn't have pause hardware connection port. So what are you going to do if you wanna use pause function in KUKA Robot? Then you need use interrupt function in KUKA Robot. Interrupt function is the same result, same function with the pause port. So I already opened a project with which I can show you how to program interrupt function, which means pause function. Typically, still same way, expert level already logged in. So I opened. Yes. So before you program a pause or interrupt function, you have to put this function, this interrupt function, into which program is your main program. You get it? In this main program, you will cycle your code. You get it? So you put interrupt function into the cycle program is the best way to achieve pause function. For example, this main program right now is our cycle program. We will do cycling. So we open it. So think about it. KUKA Robot has emergency stop. This is the class, the highest, the top priority interrupt. Whenever you run any program in Robot, once you press the teach pendant emergency button or KUKA Robot cabinet emergency stop, once you press it, Robot will stop immediately. So my suggestion, you can define your global interrupt at the same position with the emergency stop interrupt position. So where you can find emergency stop interrupt defined, every program, every subprogram has this emergency interrupt definition. You click initial, you click open current folder. As you can see, basis tag initial. You click on it. So as you can see, this global interrupt declare 3. This is for emergency stop interrupt. This number represents priority. 3 is top priority. So you can define your intention, your aim, your purpose, interrupt events here. For example, right now I already defined global means global. Global interrupt declare 6. When this is the input, you hope which signals will trigger this interrupt program. A1 is interrupt program. You have to define A1. You have to create A1 interrupt program. You get it? So which means this sentence means once this signal 8 triggers, it will call interrupt function, interrupt program A1, and the next you can interrupt on. This means global interrupt function will trigger globally whenever you move the robot. So into the interrupt function, into the A1, what we are going to program the code. So I'm going to show you, open it. In this one, A1, we open it. Okay, A1, basically first sentence should be break. Break means stop current robot movement immediately. Remember, break, stop robot movement immediately. If you plus F, means robot once interrupt triggered, robot will finish current movement, then will stop. This is the difference between break and break F. Remember, get it. It depends on the real situation which you want to use, break or break F. So basically we use break, stop robot immediately. Okay, break F, remember, finish current movement, then robot will stop. Second, under break second and the third sentence, you will add your logic. What are you going to do? Hope this interrupt function. And once you finish this function, you want to continue current movement, then you can add, you can wait for some restart signal. You get it? Basically, this is the universal structure, break or break F, and edit your logic here. And once logic, the function you achieved, you wait for restart signal. Okay, and the last sentence must end it with resume. Resume is important, so the robot will return to the current position, the current movement, and continue to do the job. You get it? Interrupt function in KUKA is the same way, is identical with the hardware port, pulse port, same like ABB, KUKA, Fanaker. Hope you guys can master this function. See you next week.